Today we'll cover the full match card of WWE SummerSlam 2026, and also we'll predict who will win the matches. Let's get started. The first match we're looking at is one that almost guarantees absolute destruction. Brock Lesnar vs. Obafemi inside Hell in a Cell. Some rivalries are built around championships. Others are built around respect. This one is built around domination. Over the past several months, these two powerhouses have traded victories, attacked each other at every opportunity, and repeatedly tried to prove who truly belongs at the top of WWE's food chain. Every encounter has become more violent than the last, leaving WWE with only one logical solution: lock them inside Hell in a Cell. For Obafemi, this could become the biggest victory of his entire career. WWE has slowly transformed him from an impressive prospect into one of the most intimidating stars on the roster. Week after week has shown incredible strength, athleticism, and confidence against virtually everyone put in front of him. But Brock Lesnar represents something completely different. No matter how old he gets, Lesnar remains one of the most dangerous competitors WWE has ever produced. Inside Hell in a Cell, experience matters just as much as power. Brock has survived wars, ended careers, and created unforgettable moments inside structures designed to punish every mistake. This won't simply be about who hits harder. It will come down to who survives. My prediction? Obafemi wins. Not because Brock suddenly becomes weak, but because WWE appears ready to establish its next unstoppable force. Defeating Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell instantly creates a superstar that fans can believe is capable of headlining WrestleMania for years to come. Expect an incredibly physical match that leaves both men exhausted before Femi finally stands victorious. Next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship. Champion Penta defends against Chad Gable. Sometimes wrestling is all about timing. For Chad Gable, everything seems to be lining up perfectly. After fighting his way through multiple challenges and rebuilding his momentum over the past several months, Gable has earned another opportunity to capture singles gold. Even more importantly, SummerSlam takes place in his home state, meaning he'll have thousands of fans behind him from the moment his entrance music begins. Penta has been an outstanding champion. His unique style, fearless offense, and incredible athletic ability have made every title defense exciting. Every opponent has pushed him, but has always managed to find another gear when the championship was on the line. That makes this match particularly interesting. You have one of WWE's most exciting champions facing one of its most technically gifted wrestlers, with hometown emotion adding another layer to the story. The crowd could become a major factor. If Gable starts building momentum, the atmosphere inside the stadium could completely shift. My prediction? Chad Gable becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. Everything about this story points toward a feel-good championship moment. Penta doesn't lose anything by falling in a competitive match, while Gable finally gets rewarded after months of consistently delivering excellent performances. It feels like the perfect moment for WWE to pull the trigger. Moving on to the United States Championship. Trick Williams defends against Baron Corbin. Since arriving on the main roster, Trick Williams has continued proving that he belongs among WWE's next generation of top stars. His confidence is unmatched. His charisma jumps off the screen. And when the bell rings, he keeps finding ways to win. Across the ring stands Baron Corbin, someone who has quietly rebuilt himself over the past year. Whether fans cheer him or boo him, Corbin always manages to make himself relevant, and his recent performances have reminded everyone just how dangerous he can be when motivated. This should be a physical contest. Corbin will likely try slowing the pace, using his size and experience to wear Trick down. Williams, meanwhile, needs to keep the match moving quickly, forcing Corbin to react instead of control. Who has the advantage? I still think it's Trick Williams. WWE clearly sees him as a long-term star, and ending his championship reign this early wouldn't accomplish much. A convincing victory here only strengthens his credibility before even bigger championship programs later this year. Prediction: Trick Williams retains the United States Championship after surviving one of his toughest title defenses yet. Now we move to a match with enormous future implications. Finn Balor vs. Sami Zayn. The winner earns a future World Championship opportunity. Both men desperately need this victory, but for completely different reasons. Finn Balor is searching for one more run at the very top. Throughout his career, he has repeatedly proven that he belongs in the main event picture, yet somehow circumstances always seem to pull him away just when momentum starts building. Another championship opportunity could completely change that. Then there's Sami Zayn. Few WWE superstars connect with fans quite like Sami. His journey has always been about perseverance. No matter how many setbacks he experiences, he keeps getting back up. That determination has become one of the defining stories of his career. Recently, every time Sami appears close to reclaiming championship glory, something goes wrong. Whether it's interference, bad luck, or controversial decisions, victory always seems to slip away at the last possible second. That's exactly why this match feels so important. Winning here could finally restart his climb back toward the world title picture. Prediction? Sami Zayn gets the victory. Not because Finn Balor isn't capable, but because Sami's current storyline feels like it's building toward one final breakthrough. WWE love. The Bloodline continues to cast a shadow over WWE, and multiple stars have learned that trying to fight them alone rarely ends well. That's why temporary alliances become necessary. Perhaps the biggest emotional story belongs to Solo Sikoa. Facing the very group he once stood beside creates a completely different level of intensity. Every punch carries history. Every stare tells another chapter of a family story that's become one of WWE's defining narratives over the last several years. LA Knight brings unmatched energy. Royce has an opportunity to introduce himself to an even bigger audience. Solo wants revenge. The Bloodline wants dominance. That's a recipe for absolute chaos. The Bloodline has dominated WWE for years through strength, loyalty, and intimidation. But lately, cracks have started appearing. Former allies have become enemies, family members have chosen different paths, and the once unbreakable group isn't nearly as united as it once was. That's why this match feels so important. Jacob Fatu continues to establish himself as one of the most dangerous competitors in WWE. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso bring years of championship experience, while their opponents each have their own motivation for wanting to bring the Bloodline down. LA Knight wants another signature victory. Royce has an opportunity to prove he belongs on one of WWE's biggest stages. And for Solo Sikoa, this is personal. Facing people he once trusted adds an emotional layer that could easily steal the spotlight. Prediction? LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce pull off the upset. Not because they are the stronger team individually, but because WWE has spent months telling the story of Solo breaking away from his past. Giving him a victory over his former allies would complete another important chapter in that journey. Of course, don't expect the Bloodline to simply walk away quietly. Even if they lose, a post-match confrontation wouldn't be surprising and could easily extend this rivalry beyond SummerSlam. Now it's time for one of the biggest matches of the entire event. The Undisputed WWE Championship. CM Punk defends against Cody Rhodes. Ever since WrestleMania, fans have been waiting for this confrontation. Cody Rhodes has never truly accepted losing the championship. From his perspective, circumstances prevented him from getting the rematch he believed he deserved. Every appearance since then has carried the same message. His story isn't finished. Meanwhile, CM Punk has embraced the responsibility of being champion while reminding everyone why he's still considered one of the greatest talkers and biggest stars in professional wrestling. Every promo between these two has added another layer to the rivalry. Neither man lacks confidence. Neither man believes they are walking out without the title. And that's exactly why this match has so much intrigue. This isn't just about winning a championship. It's about proving who truly represents WWE moving forward. Cody has spent years rebuilding his career, fighting through setbacks, and finally reaching the top. Punk believes his experience and intelligence make him impossible to beat when the pressure is highest. Both arguments are convincing. So who leaves SummerSlam as champion? My prediction is Cody Rhodes. The story simply feels incomplete until Cody reclaims the championship he believes was taken away before he had the chance to properly defend it. A victory here doesn't necessarily end the rivalry either. In fact, it could easily lead to another chapter between two of WWE's biggest names. Expect a dramatic main event filled with reversals, near falls, and emotional storytelling before Cody finally celebrates with the undisputed WWE Championship once again. Now let's turn our attention to Night 2. The evening begins with a six-woman tag team match featuring Fatal Influence against the Bella Twins and Paige. This match combines nostalgia with the future of WWE's women's division. The Bella Twins remain two of the most recognizable names in women's wrestling history, while Paige's return always creates excitement among longtime fans. Across the ring, Fatal Influence has youth, momentum, and something to prove. While this may not carry championship stakes, it should provide an energetic start to the show. Prediction? The Bella Twins and Paige get the victory. SummerSlam often rewards returning legends with memorable moments, and this feels like one of those occasions where the crowd leaves happy after a fun opening contest. Next comes a personal grudge match. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. This rivalry isn't about championships. It's about pride. After weeks of escalating tension, both men finally have the chance to settle their differences inside the ring. Gunther has built his reputation through absolute dominance. Every chop, every power move, and every victory reinforces the idea that he is one of the toughest competitors in the industry. Nick Aldis brings experience, composure, and confidence. But standing across the ring from Gunther is a completely different challenge. Prediction? Gunther wins decisively. Expect a physical battle. But ultimately, this feels like an opportunity for WWE to remind everyone just how dangerous Gunther remains heading into the rest of the year. Now we arrive at one of the most unpredictable matches of the weekend. The five-way ladder match for the interim WWE Women's Championship. Ladder matches always carry one guarantee: chaos. With multiple competitors chasing the same prize, strategy often becomes just as important as athletic ability. Alliances form and disappear within seconds, and one perfectly timed moment can completely change the outcome. Jade Cargill brings unmatched strength. Charlotte Flair brings championship experience. Chelsea Green thrives in unpredictable situations. And Tiffany Stratton continues establishing herself as one of WWE's fastest rising stars. Prediction? Tiffany Stratton climbs the ladder and captures the interim women's championship. A ladder match allows WWE to crown a new champion without anyone suffering a direct defeat, making it the perfect stage for another major milestone in Stratton's career. The Women's World Championship follows. Liv Morgan defends against Io Sky. From an in-ring perspective, this could easily become one of the best. Io Sky becomes the new Women's World Champion. Her recent momentum, combined with her incredible performances, suggests WWE may be ready to begin a new chapter in the women's division. Next comes the World Tag Team Championship. Austin Theory and Bron Breakker defend their titles. As a team, they've developed impressive chemistry. Theory brings arrogance and quick thinking. Breakker brings explosive power unlike almost anyone else on the roster. Unless WWE introduces an unexpected challenger capable of matching both qualities, it feels unlikely that their reign ends here. Prediction? Theory and Breakker retain the championships and continue leading the tag team division. Finally, the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Few rivalries in WWE history have lasted as long or produced as many unforgettable moments. These two know each other better than almost anyone. They've been partners, they've been enemies, they've betrayed each other. They've competed in countless classic matches. Now, another chapter is about to be written. Roman Reigns enters as champion, carrying the confidence of one of WWE's most dominant title reigns. Seth Rollins enters believing he knows exactly how to beat Roman because he's done it before. Expect this match to be built around patience, psychology, and momentum swings rather than constant action. Every near fall should feel believable, and every mistake could decide the outcome. My prediction? Roman Reigns retains the World Heavyweight Championship. It won't be easy. It won't be quick. But in the closing moments, Roman finds one final opening and once again proves why he's still sitting at the top of WWE. If these predictions come true, SummerSlam 2026 could become one of the most memorable premium live events in recent history. New champions may be crowned, rivalries could finally reach their conclusion, and several new stars may officially announce themselves as the future of WWE. Now it's your turn. Which predictions do you agree with? Which ones do you think are completely wrong? Who leaves SummerSlam with championship gold? And what match are you most excited to watch? Share your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our full SummerSlam results and reactions after the event. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.